Good afternoon, evening, whenever you see this, feel this, breathe this, do this, my loves. For those of you that are new to my page or my channel, hi, welcome. My name is Cymphony Thompson, and it is my mission to heal the world through holistic self-care practices. And I just want to welcome you to the Love Circle podcast. I don't know why I can't talk, but get it together, sis. As y'all know, I have been kind of on a hiatus. I've been reading The Mastery of Self by Don Miguel Ruiz Jr. And today I just wanted to come and read a small, very, very small portion of something that has impacted me and changed my mind. Like I said, this is my second time reading this, and I realized the first time that I read it, I didn't get all the way through the book. And now that I'm all the way through the book, I understand why the first time it was hard for me to get through, because it really makes you look at all aspects of yourself. What is you? What isn't you? What do you need to unlearn? What do you appreciate? And the things that you enjoy doing in your life and how you can do those things better. So like I said, I wanted to read like a small insert from the book. And this section is called Setting Goals with Unconditional Self-Love. This can be one of the most difficult habits to change, as most people have been domesticated so severely and so subtly to the idea that negative self-talk is necessary to achieve goals that they have never even considered another way. Setting goals from a place of unconditional self-love, but doing so can radically change your personal dream and how you interact with others in the dream of the planet. When you think about something you want to accomplish or some goal you want to achieve, the first step is to remind yourself that this is something you want to do. You know that in truth, there is no place to go, nothing to do or achieve, because any seeking of perfection outside of yourself is actually a movement away from perfection. Furthermore, you remember that the world around you is a dream, and that you are simultaneously the creator and the created in this dream. From this place of awareness and unconditional self-love, you acknowledge that in your personal dream, there is something you want to create, change, or achieve. This is you playing in the dream for the sake of play alone. It is not an effort to fix yourself or love yourself conditionally. Setting goals in this context is a beautiful and natural process, and the methodology you employ to make these goals emanates from the knowledge of your perfection. Now you are starting the goal-setting process from a place of unconditional self-love rather than fear, shame, or doubt. Hold on, baby. Any change you want to make or goal you want to achieve is undertaken because you really want to do it, not because of a feeling of inadequacy or not being enough. You aren't changing because of your past domestication or current attachment, but to instead enhance and evolve yourself within the dream with something you love to do. A wonderful benefit of setting goals this way is that when you have unconditional self-love throughout the process, you'll find that a natural self-confidence grows within you as you move along the path towards your goals' achievement. This is a very different type of feeling when compared to pushing yourself from a state of fear where you are striving to get better because you are afraid of failing. Striving to achieve from a place of fear or lack creates a personal dream clouded in negativity. When your confidence comes from self-love, you find strength in the knowledge that you can perform to the best of your ability, and you will enjoy the moment regardless of the outcome. Because your own self-love is not predicated on any particular outcome, it's actually this love for life that is the true source of motivation to give your best effort. As a result, you are now in control of each choice you make along the path. You are open to changing the goal if a change becomes necessary. And because you aren't judging yourself when other people judge your progress or your abilities, you know that this is a reflection of their dream, not yours. To be clear, this doesn't mean that all the goals you want to achieve will come easily. They actually may require a lot of hard work. The difference is that by setting goals from a place of unconditional self-love rather than fear and self-flagellation, you are more likely to create real and lasting change as well as enjoy yourself in the process of working toward your goals. To explain this further, I would like to share with you an example from my own life. A few years ago, I looked at myself in the mirror and said, "Miguel, you are perfect. I love you exactly the way you are, and I want you to be healthier and enjoy life, so you are going back to running again." In years past, I had run quite regularly, but I had not done so in some time. I had always enjoyed running, and it had never been that difficult, and I assumed I could reach my old potential again with ease. Consequently, I dusted off my old sneakers and went for a run. My goal was to run 5 miles, but I only made it about 2/3 of a mile before I had to stop. I could feel my heart pounding, and I was surprised by my heavy breathing. For those of you who are reading carefully, one word in the last paragraph shows you the exact moment I started down a perilous path. I made an assumption, that I could easily run 5 miles after taking such a long break. And of course, there was no way I could simply pick up my old running shoes and achieve this goal. By making that assumption, I placed an expectation on myself. I set a goal that wasn't achievable. When I stopped running after going less than a mile, self-judgment immediately filled my mind as the voice of the parasite yelled, "Miguel, you are such a lazy bum." Upon hearing this, my awareness kicked back in, and I realized the old ways of self-domestication were attempting to regain their foothold. At that moment, I had a choice. I could berate and judge myself, or I could remember that this was just a starting point, and that as a master of self, I will love myself unconditionally through the process. Be gentle with yourself, Miguel. This is where you are today. This is my truth at this moment. My goal with practice was to be able to run 5 miles without stopping by the end of May. It was January, so I began my running routine, and like any busy father and husband, there were many days that I had to miss my run or not run as far as I had planned, but I didn't beat myself up for any of this, and I continued to love and encourage myself through the process. On some days, it took every ounce of my willpower to go out for a run, but I am happy to report that before the end of April, I did meet my goal. While I was happy when this occurred, my self-acceptance or self-love was not contingent upon it. It felt really good, so I continued to run. 2 years later, I finished my second marathon, and I am currently training for my third. I have been evolving my craft with passion while still balancing all that life throws at me. My point is this: when you use unconditional self-love as the starting point when setting a goal, you remain aware that perfection is not tied to the end result, but rather the reality of the present moment. You were perfect at the onset, and you are perfect now. You are perfect throughout. You are aware the entire time that the end result won't define you. It is through the practice of awareness that you are able to see the perfection that exists in you, in yourself, which also lets you see perfection in the world around you and in each being in it. Like I said, I just wanted to come and read a small insert from the book. It's been a lot of good gems in this book that has impacted me both times that I have read it. And I can't wait to continue to read it and reread it and learn more and unlearn more and unpack and unravel. I hope that you all are inspired to go out and purchase this book. It is really a really good read. If you're not a physical book person like I am, because I like to write and take notes and highlight as I go, you can always get an audio book. However you need to get it, borrow it from somebody. Is Books A Million still a thing? I don't know why that was the first thing to come to mind instead of Barnes & Noble. But go to Barnes & Noble, go to Amazon, go to wherever you get your books from. And please, please, please add this to your list of books. This is definitely a must read. And it has I love the way that he tells the story through the eyes of, he actually tells the story, but gives great real life examples that any one of us can relate to. So it makes the knowledge more understandable and more relatable, if that makes sense. Today is Wisdom Wednesday. So this has been my gem for the day. I hope y'all are up doing some dope and amazing things. I hope you have had your tea, your water. I hope you have filled your cup before you have filled anybody else's. Continue to do dope shit. Love on yourself. Love on somebody. And like I said before, fill your cup before you fill anybody else's. I love y'all.